Mr. Josh Hayden here with me. He is going to go through a back workout today. I messaged him last night and I said, hey, want to train back? And he was like, yeah, good. I'm going to fuck him up today. So we're going to have some fun loosening up with some neutral grip pull downs. Then we're going to progress over to the chest supported row. We're going to get in some cluster sets there. Then we're going to do another one row movement, some more cluster sets. And they're going to finish it off with a high rep set, a couple high rep sets actually. Probably is some old school T-bar rows. But as it stands right now, we're getting them back in the gym. As you can see, that shape ain't gone nowhere. We're going to get to work. All right, if you were following along last week, I basically did a back workout similar to this, but with 20 rep sets all across the board. So definitely flex wheelerized the workout, so to speak. So while that was fun, that's something I generally don't do. I always make my pump days like not super taxing, right? But sometimes I just throw that rule out the window, and seeing as that I hadn't seen Josh or worked out with Josh, I hadn't worked out with Josh in a couple years. We just went for broke. He was taking a quick break from work, get a little mental break. I was taking a quick break from work, so it was a good workout to do. So we started out with some neutral grip pull downs. One of the things that I emphasized to him is that what made a big difference in my back training is that I separate my back musculature now, right? So these are not lat pull downs in the purest sense, meaning that there's lat involvement, but they don't bias the lats like a lot of other movements do. So I just a simple verbiage cue, a change in verbiage. I call them just regular pull downs. So we're pushing to just really stimulate the upper back, trap area, really get some blood in there. And then we'll do another exercise that you see called flexion rows. And we're just going to continue in that area. A lot of upper back movements today. I did get some lat in there, don't get me wrong. But really just wanted to get the upper back working to, just build it up big. So as you can see, flexion rows here, definite pause on the floor. I use 35s because I was at Bob's Fitness and I'm a communist. That's a joke, guys. Don't be messaging me talking about Larry's a communist. I'm not. But I'm against 35s, but not today. So we went ahead, did 35 and a 10. I eventually got up to 2 10s and a 35. This was a new movement for Josh. So a couple of things that I want to point out in our movements is that Josh really wasn't used to this type of movement. So his pause I would have liked to have a little bit longer. But in any event, is still an excellent range of motion that he went through, and he did really well for his first time on that exercise. Slightly rounded upper back. Yes, you kind of want that. If you've seen the guys with Renaissance periodization, they like to keep their backs flat. I don't. I like to have a little bit of a round. Ideally, I would have been in wrestling shoes and elevated a little bit just to get an extra range of motion. I'm sorry, that's my son in the background going off about some damn tablet, but I'm sure you guys can see it. But in any event, if you guys want to build a tremendous upper back, this is how bent over rows are supposed to go. But as you can see, even myself, I'm guilty of it. A lot of heavy weight, a lot of excessive irking, a lot of excessive jerking. So you don't want it to go that route. If you're a bench guy, this will help build up your bench you have to engage the upper back to be able to handle that weight in a static position. So just some things to think about when you're doing your exercise selection. Remember, guys, get movements that focus on your upper back and lats and program them accordingly. Sets of 5, working up to 4 plates. 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps at 4 plates, then drop it back to 3 plates and a 10 and do a cluster set there. What'd you say? It was the old Rick Hussey way?
5 sets of 5, Rick Hussey says. Feel the weight. You gotta feel the weight to get strong.
See, Rick Hussey and Ed Cohn were ahead of their time. They knew what the fuck they were talking about.
Now look at me. But oh well.
There you go, come on. There you go. Good, come on. There you go, come on now. Up. There you go. Okay, now the real fun begins, the cluster set. So, as you can see, we worked up to a heavy set on the chest supported row, which is something I like to do before a cluster set. I like to just really still throw on some heavy weight before we start this, because it really taxes you metabolically, right? So you get a lot of lactic acid buildup, you get a lot of byproducts in there. The load changed a little bit, and you can see it went from 4 plates to 2 plates and 25. That's something that I generally do because I can hit that for about 12 reps. So the goal was to do 6 sets of 4, which is similar to a muscle man, but not done. I just call it a cluster set because I don't want Scott Stevenson up my ass again. So we did that cluster, muscle round style. So with a cluster set, they're really good. Good. There you go. Go. There you go. Oh. Come on. Yep. Yep. More. One more. There you go. Yep. Come on. There you go. So moving on, wanted to finish off. Didn't finish off with a stretching movement, but finished off with some high rep T-bar rows. Again, I don't really do high reps on this exercise, but it's definitely something that I just wanted to do today just to try to force a lot of blood into the muscle. Trying to build that Ninja Turtle back and just really get a level of depth and density I haven't seen back there before. So as we transition into the fall and winter months, you'll see me doing a lot more rows, a lot more pulling, because, like, again, I'm trying to get that thickness, that density. So you'll be seeing a lot more hip hinging movements. I'm trying to figure out a way where I can squeeze in back and hamstrings together, so it's not too much of an overlap with me doing that on leg day. I'm trying to take a page out of Train by JP's book and just really do more hip hinging movements and really trying to progress on those. I know a lot of people are against heavy hip hinges for an older individual, but I think if you keep the weight within reason, keep the intensity high, definitely emphasize your tempo, they can be something of tremendous value. But back to the T-bar rows. As you can see, we used a landmine attachment by Rogue, and we used a grip that's been getting a lot of criticism these days, but the close grip. But the way that I see it, if it's just inside of shoulder width to shoulder width, it's a really good grip to use. I think we're making back training a little bit more complicated than it is. While I do agree with a lot of the emphasis on upper back and lat bias, let's not make it surgical bodybuilding, right? Let's pick exercises that hit the area with a lot of pressure, T-bar rows being one of them, and just go from there. I want to purchase a back widow by Flex Wheeler, but that's $300 right now, but I think that could be a tremendous value to me going forward as well. So, but in any event, guys, this was the workout. This was the video. We did about 3 sets here, and finishing off with the drop set where I only did a double drop, but I definitely went above 20 or so, 30 or so reps and just really pushed it. Again, this is not a traditional pump day workout. As you can see, Josh is about to tap out. But in any event, this is something good for you to try on your main back day or even on your secondary back day. But again, this is not a traditional pump style workout. This was definitely 2 dudes who are friends just getting it over. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be bringing you some more content. Take care.